probably been more human suffering on this land than any other land in America.
For 200 years, the cotton fields north of Baton Rouge were a breeding ground for slaves.
That's why it's called Angola, because the slaves came from Angola in Africa.
After the Civil War, Angola became a prison.
It was a horribly violent place.
One of the bloodiest in America.
It was just horrible, and the inmates would sleep with newspaper and magazines under their T-shirts, so if they were stabbed in the night, they had armor on.
At its worst, Angola was averaging 400 assaults with a deadly weapon a year.
But in the 70s, they had 40 murders in 1 year here.
Not surprising, since Angola houses 5,000 of the most dangerous men in Louisiana.
But about 10% of this population will release, 90% will die here.
They live what would seem to be a miserable life, packed into dormitories or tiny two-man cells. Most work on what is called the farm. 18,000 acres of thoroughbred horses, thousands of head of cattle, and vast expanses of vegetables. Angola serves 15,000 meals a day and supplies all its own vegetables and much of its meat. The labor is convict, up at 5, in the fields by 7, all day, 5 days a week. And yet this miserable place, where most will grow old and die, is singing.
I wasn't looking for God. I was looking for an easy way out of this messed up situation that I was in. But that's not what I found. I found the truth.
Reginald Watts was lucky. He arrived at Angola in 1998, shortly after Warden Burl Cain, desperate for an answer to the violence, decided to start a small Bible college.
God's going to hold you accountable that they have an opportunity to know Jesus. And so when your mama tells you something, you got to do it.
Then Paul explains in chapters 9.
Affiliated with the New Orleans Baptist Theological Seminary, this intensive study of the Word of God began to change things at Angola.
We had like 400 assaults inmate on inmate with a weapon in '95 when I was here first, and last year we had like 70.
God's here now. God was not here before.
More on that tomorrow night. For KTBS 3 News, I'm Rick Rowe.